So imagine all of the wackiness and the craziness of the Tatami Galaxy condensed to 90 minutes and equipped with a movie budget. Now, take whatever you just imagined and crank it up to 11, because this movie gets really crazy. Like, it starts out normal by Tatami Galaxy standards, and then somehow tops that as you go deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. It's like the fever dream I never knew I wanted. That's not to say it's just a wild ride, however, as it still carries the same insightful commentary about life that made the Tatami Galaxy such a rich viewing experience. This movie may be a zany visual experience, but it's also about the various connections between people that impact everybody's lives in ways that you might not even realize. It's about the differences age can create, as the main character's youthful exuberance and optimism bump up against the pessimism of those who are much older than her and have been, more whittled down by life. It also highlights how time seems to be rather long for her because of her youth. It shows a watch that moves at a very normal speed. In contrast to this, older characters have watches whose hands move at a much greater speed. Some just at a moderately more fast pace, some of them just going extremely crazy the older and older they get, showing how quickly time seems to pass to them as compared to her. Her love interest in the movie is also a good contrast to her. She has a more gun-ho approach to life that makes it incredibly difficult for anybody to keep up with her. She would rather just plow through any obstacles in her path, not really looking back. This is the opposite of her slow but steady senpai, who chooses to meticulously remove anything blocking his way, even if it means that he's never arrives at his destination. He likes to plan things out while she is like a leaf on the wind. That's not the only difference between them, however. They both have extremely different nights, as the main character has a wonderfully exciting night, while her senpai has the worst of times trying to get her affections as he gets wrangled into terrible scheme after terrible scheme. It makes for an entertaining watch, especially whenever their paths do cross. As for how this all ends, I'll only say that it was a crazy ride that got even crazier, and ended on a high note that left me glad I paid the price of admission. Of course, even if it hadn't ended on a high note, the animation alone was worth the ticket price, as Masasaki Yusa brings his unique style to the big screen, and it takes the movie to a whole nother level. Whether it be the wonderful character designs or the beautiful panning shots throughout the movie is a visual treat for the eye. Speaking of eyes, you constantly see a character's eye reflected in the eye of their conversation partner, and it leads to a very surprisingly satisfying payoff in the finale. Overall, if you're a fan of the director or Tatami Galaxy, this movie is worth the ticket price. And with